internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. We got some bad news and we got some good news. The bad news is pretty bad because some people lost some money. The good news is extremely bullish because a lot of people are going to make a lot of money. In today's episode, we are going to go over what Mr. Matthew Hogan says here. He's been at Bitwise for almost 7 years. And before I play his little clip, shout out to Thinking Crypto for that podcast. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Listen to what he says. It is incredible. They even know what's coming. And you need to understand, when he speaks, you listen up. I mean, this man has worked ETFs his whole life. Okay? Honestly, everywhere he went, it's all about evolving the world's ETF. He is pretty much, his blood type is ETF. So listen to what he says here about XRP. And, you know, we have been saying this for a very long time, and you guys all know this by now, that we've seen nothing yet from its pure utility and its financial products being utilized.
We haven't seen what it can do because the company Ripple has been engaged in this difficult lawsuit with the SEC, which is sort of like trying to operate with two arms tied behind your back. I think if we fast forward a year into the future, if we get positive developments in that space, you'll see XRP unleashed. You'll see XRP unleashed. And
when this thing gets unleashed, it is going to be incredible. I mean, just some speculative upruns would be Gary Gensler leaving. I cannot even fathom to even think about what we're gonna see when this SEC lawsuit comes to a complete end.
ETF, don't think we're now going to allow a bunch of other crypto assets. The second interesting thing was the price of Ether skyrocketed immediately after on hopes that there could now next be an ETH ETF. What are the chances of that?
I think it's a certainty. I think
This year?
I'm not going to put a horizon on the time, but I think there will be other ETFs for sure.
An XRP one?
There will be other ETFs for sure.
but an XRP one?
I love this game we play. Look, I am very.
That's the last time I lost.
That's fine. But look, the sad.
Well, let me ask you this: will you do another ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't. And you don't want me to.
I do.
Well, I can't.
All right, they're giving me the rap. Thank you.
My goodness, folks. I mean, I would not be surprised if somehow the price just spiked to $5. We're all going to witness this. And the best part is we're all going to witness history in the making. You know, that is just incredible. But that was some very, very aggressive outlook by Bitwise and Matthew. But now we need to get into what is going on in the AMM pools, because this is pretty devastating. So this chart you're looking at, I'm just going to show you the liquidity here is at $517,000. And now the liquidity is at $23,000. And Mr. Dr. Arthur Kurjakulov tweeted this out today. Bitstamp literally just rug pulled the XRP community. And it's legitimate. This is real. This actually happened. And let's get into it. And I want everybody to listen up, because this is how we're going to leverage our XRP in the future. But there's a reason why I have not been covering this, and I cannot believe it actually happened to the T that everybody that I spoke to, right? Listen to this. So let's just cut straight to the chase. So Bitstamp just technically did do a little rug pull from the XRP community. And most of you don't even realize it yet because no one's really going to cover the importance of this, but it is pretty important. This isn't FUD. This is a legitimate fact. So today, we're going to break down what happened here. And it was a silent move by Bitstamp, and really means, and what this really means for XRP and the XRP ecosystem, and why trust in DeFi is hanging by a thread. And DeFi is going to be great. We're all going to be able to leverage it. This is just one bad error that may have happened, okay? But hear me out before you jump ship yet. But DeFi, there's huge potential, and you could be making money through DeFi right now, okay? But when the time is right, I will get into it. So you guys all know that Bitstamp owns an equity share in Ripple. This isn't some random third-party actor. Bitstamp is deeply tied to Ripple, in fact. And why does that matter? Because Bitstamp just withdrew over 90% of their liquidity from the USD to XRP pairing and the Bitcoin to XRP AMM pools. And you know what that means, okay? So let's try to kind of simplify this. So trading in these pools is now a mess. Volatility is through the roof, massive price impacts for even small trades. And basically they made these assets borderline untradeable. And did Bitstamp announce this? Nope. They did it, without a tweet, not a post. They just pulled trigger. And that's pretty significant. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I know some of you guys may not be understanding this yet, but these are the platforms in the future that we're going to be able to leverage our XRP and create passive income. This chart you're looking at, this is beyond numbers. It cuts to the heart of the trust in DeFi and XRPL. Let's get one thing straight. So Bitstamp issued these wrapped assets on the XRP ledger. Now there's zero guarantee they'll honor one-to-one conversions for these assets. Let me say that again. So there's no guarantee you'll get your full value back. If this reminds you of, something, this sounds bad, right? But so how can we all trust this XRPL DeFi when even an official Ripple partner makes a move like this? The optics are terrible, in my opinion. This isn't just bad, it's a massive stain on XRPL's credibility in DeFi in the short term. So maybe this could have been an error. And you guys know I'm very bullish on XRP, very, very bullish on the XRP, the ecosystem in the future. It's going to break history. This is important that we cover, the negative side as well sometimes. Well, when there is negativity, we will cover it if needed. You guys know that. And here's the kicker. We saw this coming. For those individuals that we had the one-on-ones, we were discussing AMMs and leveraging XRP. And I warned the dangers of making this move before the market was deep and liquid enough to handle them. And now here we are. The exact scenario has actually played out. It feels like someone was listening to those meetings that we were having. The timing and the execution of this move feels calculated, but obviously it's not. But this is exactly what we feared, okay? A premature rollout with some serious consequences for liquidity and trust. So when the time is right, we will get into it. But let me make this crystal clear. Do not hold or trade Bitstamp issued assets right now, in my opinion. The risk is simply too high after they're doing this. We're talking about a platform that quietly put liquidity without notifying the very community that trusted them. And if someone who still believes in the potential of XRPL DeFi, understand this, the guardrails and for trust and regulation are not in place yet. Until we see deep liquidity and proper safeguards, these situations will keep happening. So wait until this ecosystem grows, because this opportunity is always going to be there. Right now, is what you need to be doing is an accumulation phase. Like whatever price you're looking at right now for these assets with long-term value, these numbers you're never going to see again, ever again. And also keep in mind what happened with Bitstamp. It's a wake-up call for everyone in the XRPL community, the ecosystem. If Ripple partners are making these moves, what does that tell you about the broader state of DeFi here, right? How do we build trust when action like this is, they go unchecked? They might make a statement. I feel like they might make a statement because this is kind of blowing up on Twitter. But But, you know, I feel like it kind of needs to be addressed in my opinion. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But you know, transparency is key, so it's kind of shady that they did this. But the future is still ours. I mean, it's going to be incredible what we're about to witness. And this could be one hiccup, but, you know, it's not a good hiccup. And the value of XRP right now, the whole market is currently just taking a cool off. This is very important. As you guys know, we are not going to just see green every single day. But I can assure you that this is so bullish right now, and this next move is going to be incredible. It is going to be incredible. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Bullish in the beginning of the video. Very, very bullish. I mean, don't let this Bitstamp thing worry you at all. I mean, if you're not in these pools, if you're not leveraging DeFi right now, there's other content creators like CypherX that does leverage DeFi and, you know, in that area. So they're great for that as well if you want to learn into it right now. But in my opinion, when the time is right, when the markets are deep, liquid enough, when the, you know, safe, you know, when the regulations here, because these are also tax implications as well, because you got to understand you're, you know, creating passive income on the side through these AMM pools. So that being said, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and we will be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, you know, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.